All right, Coach, if you want to kick us off.
Well, I guess there's only one team that ever ends their season the way they want to. We'd hoped to be playing again, but at the same time, we have no regrets. I thought our kids played hard. We would have liked to have done a better job on the boards, and that's kind of frustrating. We knew coming in we had to keep that team off the boards. And I think you watch a game, and it's like, did they practice it? We worked on it. We just didn't do a very good job of it. And part of that's us, and part of that's Columbus. It's kids like Zuzu and Carter who are just relentless. And I thought Williams got in there stuck in for some big offensive boards at times as well. So, no regrets. We're not upset. We're thankful for a good season. We took a step forward this year. We got the second round of the NCAA tournament. But I want to be very clear, that's not enough. We're not happy we did that. We're pleased we've made progress, but that's not the end goal of this team. We felt like we had talent to get to an Elite Eight. We're upset we didn't get that far. That will be the goal for next year with what we've got coming back is to try and get to an Elite Eight. But at the same time, my kids played hard. You got to give your hat. I mean, gosh, Zuzu and Carter make some plays. I'd like to see the running score. I think they made 3 or 4 baskets down the stretch that are just tough shots. And I'm looking at it out there. I'll have to catch up with that in a second. I'm looking at the plays they're making out there, and it's just, that's what championship teams do. They make the big plays. Their big players step up at the end of the game and make those plays. And you got to hope that Rashae Johnson's going to grow from this. We told him if you're the player of the year, that's 3 games now. Alexis Carter's got the better of you. And so I think Rashae Johnson's big challenge this summer is, I don't need to worry about some of these other players in this league. She's got to figure out, what do I do when I see Alexis Carter again next year? Because I don't think it's any secret. Those 2 are the people everyone's going to be looking to in this league and saying, hey, these are the 2 best kids in this league. So hopefully Shay takes that as a challenge because we're going to need her to get where we want to get to next year. But we had a young team. I think Rick and Lane said we had, 135 starts coming back next year. So the future is bright for this program. We're just a little upset we didn't quite get as far as we would have liked to tonight.
Take us through first 3 quarters. It's neck and neck the whole time. You all actually led, I think, for the more time through those first 3 quarters. What changed in quarter 4? What did you think?
I think everything's there. I think there comes a moment where you got to step up and make the plays. And I didn't feel like there was anything. We struggle with their zone. They come with the 3-2 zone, and we really struggle down the stretch to hit shots against that, to get inside. And that's kind of where we're going to have to challenge Rashae a little bit. When you see a zone like that, you've got to have an inside presence. Give Columbus State credit. I'm sure they came in saying, let's take Rashae Johnson out of the game, and they did. But at the same time, Rashae's got the talent. Even if people, heck, we went after Alexis Carter, or we went after Zuzu. We were effective against Alexis Carter. I thought we got her to play the game we wanted her to play. I'll tell you, Zuzu, I told her we were shaking hands. I'd clone that kid and have 10 of them if I could. You win games with players like Zuzu at this time of the year. The kid's got talent, work ethic, all the intangibles. I was just, at times, I'm in awe of her and the other team after the way she played tonight. Just an unbelievable game. But I thought that was the difference. I thought the kids, I didn't think we changed anything up. I didn't feel like we ran out of gas. I thought our kids played hard. I thought they wanted to make the plays. We just couldn't make all those plays. And with the game of the bounce, Columbus State not made that play. They made 3 or 4 consecutively. And in a game like this, that's, 2-3 points consistently. No one pulled away from anybody. And it's 2 heavyweights going back and forth. And so also they get a 6-8 point lead. It's deflating at that point. And I thought that was it. When they hit those tough shots back to back to back, it just deflated us.
Taisha, what did you see out there over the course of the night tonight? Because you all battled all night long, and it kind of seesawed back and forth like Coach said. What did you see overall from your perspective?
I agree exactly with what Coach said. Like, we battled out the whole way we got to the 4th quarter, and we just didn't make the big plays. We didn't have the big-time players step up and make the big-time plays. That's our quote. Big-time players make big-time plays, and we didn't have those big-time players on our team tonight. Not to say we don't have those players, because we do. We just didn't step up and make those plays tonight. They did, and we didn't, and that's why the end result is what it is.
What was the mindset for you personally, watching Shay go down with the 2 early fouls? She picked them up 2 minutes into the game, and the ball basically falling into your hands and falling into you having to take over. What was going on in your mind, knowing that you needed to help your team out in that first half?
Stay focused. Just keep playing. Because we just was gonna have to get through the first two quarters without Boucher and Jessica, because Jessica also followed her. She's the starting point guard and Boucher is our starting post player. So I was just thinking, stay focused and try to keep my composure, like stay calm and just keep playing the game as best as I can. Like keep my other teammates, ready and keep them checked in.
You're the lone senior of this bunch. They all came in. A bunch of them came in together a couple of years ago, and I know we saw you in this building and saw how young this group was, and over a couple of years how they've grown and where you all have gotten to. What's it been like being the veteran of this bunch that's kind of been leading as the senior and seeing what this group has for the future?
Man, it's great. Like when we were in the locker room, a loss in the NCAA tournament, it makes everybody upset, including myself. But I was just telling them, like, you got to keep your head up. Y'all got a young team. It's going to be good for you guys. You just got to work, You got to put the work in, put the time in. Because, like you said, I've been here. I've lost here. My first, conference tournament?
Yeah, Clayton
State. And from that day forward, I just worked. I worked. And I feel like if they do the same thing I did, like everybody on that team that's freshmen do the same thing I did as a freshman, they'll be back here. Well, at home, because they will be the top seed, and then they'll be cutting nets now, They'll be doing big things, I just try to keep them encouraged. I think it's good. I enjoy playing with them. I think this is my favorite team so far.
I wanted to ask you a question because I know we talked about it last night, and that is the fact that you didn't have a good game last night.
No, it was
It was a comment that it wasn't there, but tonight you're the leading scorer for your team. So how did you feel about what was important? And was that focus, or what did you feel?
Well, I had the same focus. I just tried not to commit the same fouls that I committed last night on tonight, because last night I got in early foul trouble, and I feel like that was part of the reason why, because I sat for like 20 minutes, which is not typical of me,
Yes.
Like I don't normally sit 20 minutes from the first half. I fouled like the first, I got 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game just about, so I was out of the game.
And
I just
messed up your rhythm, right?
kinda, I guess you could say that, but you gotta step back in and keep playing. I don't feel like I played terrible. It wasn't one of my breakout games.
Just
It was
scoring.
yeah, I just couldn't score, but I feel like defense stayed up, And I just think that as a team, like they're gonna be good. They're gonna be like they just gotta put in the work. They gotta put in the work. They gotta, work hard over the summer, work hard in the preseason to get where they want to be, to get right back in the same position. And I feel like if they get in the same position again next year, I can see them winning. I see them making it to the Elite Eight. You just got to put the work in. Like he said, I agree with everything Coach just said.
Well, and let me mention something else too. Your opponents who won tonight gave your team accolades of being a quality class organization and a quality opponent. So how do you feel about them saying something like about you? Even?
Well, it's like, we were talking in the locker room. We said we can sit there and we can talk, and we got kicked on the boards. They doubled us up on the boards, and it'd be easy to say we didn't have a good night. But let me tell you this, I've been to 10 NCAA tournaments as a coach. Nothing drives me crazier than when you sit there and you play a good game, the other coach comes in and says, oh, it was us, we just didn't play well. And I can't stand that. And that's not the case. I told a lot of friends, I think if we play Columbus State 10 times, I think we might win twice. They're just a better team than we are. And we were really hoping tonight was going to be one of those 2 times. And I'm not saying we're not about to lay down and fight. We're going to give them everything we've got, and we felt like we gave everything we had. If we could just shoot the ball a little bit better, make a couple more plays, we knew we could win the game. We just knew we had to play an above-average game to beat them. But we feel the same. We have a lot of respect for Columbus State. Their coaches have come in here, and they've made them a phenomenal defensive team. They do it the right way. And like I said, now we're rooting for them. They're the Peach Belt representative. We want to see them go to the Elite Eight. I think they have the talent to go out there and really get people fit, and we wish them the best.
Well, the run that everybody kept talking about, I made them dig it out to see. Jessica Harris got a bucket for you, gave you a 1-point lead at 55-54. And then they went and scored 11 in a row.
Yeah.
And do you feel like that was, and so from 6-11 to 117 in the fourth quarter, y'all didn't score any points?
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, I don't know which one to say with those numbers. Yes, you're going to lose games when that happens.
That's an 11-0 win.
That's what happens. Their players stepped up, they made the plays, and we know that. And that's kind of the challenge we talk about in the locker room. We want to win games. And we challenged Rashae Johnson. If you're the player of the year, you got to make a play during that stretch. You know, if you're the best player in this league, we got to be able to get you the ball. No matter how good the defense is, you got to come up with something. Jessica Harris had talk about getting great experience as a freshman on a good team. That kid can be a special player. What did she learn from that? Kyra Wilson had her hand on a couple of basketballs tonight that she just dropped. And plays that literally could have been a 4-point swing where we're going to score. She's losing them and going the other way. Does she learn from that? Leah Pett, the sophomore post, has to play right before halftime where she gets the steal. And we're about to go into halftime with a lead, and she makes a bad decision that costs us some momentum going into half. So, you know, championships are all about players making plays. And like Ty said, the state we've used in this program for years is big-time players.
Make big time plays.
And hats off to Columbus. They did that today. And it's not that our kids weren't trying. It's not that we didn't want those moments. Columbus just took them, and that's why they're going to go play in the Sweet 16. We're going to go home.
You good, Ron?
Yes,